Hi, I'm Alex Carmona. I'm here with Ashley McGuire, a USC presidential candidate, here to discuss her platform and campaign. So Ashley, why did you decide to run for president?
Western, really, in the past 4 years, have become a place where I feel comfortable saying it's my home. I've been able to come from first year, kind of having that whole experience of not really knowing where my place was, not really finding my niche, and joining Social Science Student Council, and that's really where it all began for me. I was able to really find that this was a place where I felt supported and felt comfortable, and I had people around me that wanted me to succeed. It was really nice to have, and that's why I continued my involvement with Social Sci Council. And last year, from being Social Sci President, I was really able to see the connections I made for students and for the faculty within the USC's operations in terms of the WAVE and the Spoke, and it was something that I think all Western students should be able to have in their career here throughout the 4 years.
Mm-hmm. And getting into your platform, what would you say is your strongest platform point?
Our strongest platform point, I really think what differentiates us is the business side of it. Having Jordan being the external, I think it's neat to have him take an approach with the city where we're trying to have businesses come to campus. A lot of students have trouble finding jobs in the summer. A lot of students don't know what they're doing for the summer, where they're going to stay, if they stay in London, if they go back home. And I think it's neat to be able to take businesses in London that already are looking for students who we have such untouched talent, or such good talent at Western that is untouched. And I think it's important for those businesses in London to come to campus and really be able to create those relationships with students and give them the experiential learning experience that they're looking for.
Mm-hmm. And going over to the flip side, which would you say is your least feasible campaign point?
Least feasible. The app, I guess you could say, is least feasible. We have a platform point saying there's an app for that. It's basically setting up an app that students can order from the WAVE food. You can pay with your credit card or Western One card, or possibly even your WAVE Spoke gift card that they have now, and order your food online. It goes to their kitchen, and then you can get a time when you want to come back, or when you're able to come back to pick it up. I would just say that's probably the most not feasible, because there's a lot of research to be done on who can do that. I know the computer science department every year works on as their end of year project. They work on the Western app, so that's something that we could look into partnering with, but I would say for right now that would be the least feasible.
Mm-hmm. And who would you say your biggest competition is in the race?
Oh, biggest competition. I honestly do think that all three of us are very, very qualified for this role. I don't know if I could say who's the biggest competition, but
I'm gonna make you pick one.
I'd have to say Vivek.
Yeah.
He has a very strong platform. He's currently Huron president. I think that's obviously it's a benefit. It works for Adam. I'm not coming from Social Science Student Council president. I'm a senator at large now, so it's a little different there. But if I had to pick, I guess I would have to say him.
Okay. Well, this is important. If you could be any animal in the world, what animal would it be?
Oh, I'd be a dog, a
and
puppy.
Why?
I really want, you know the little Caesar dog? I really want that dog. I've wanted her forever. If I had one, I would name her Olivia. Anyway, now I just sound creepy. But if I had to be one, I'd be a puppy.
Mm. And if you could choose any two celebrity running mates?
Celebrity running mates, Anne Hathaway and Mila Kunis.
Why?
I just love them. They're just really classy and real.
Okay. And going to your video, there was one quote that kind of jumped out at me. It was when it was Jordan, I think, who said it. There are just a few little things we'd like to improve.
Yeah.
But how would you respond to sort of Adam spending the year saying that there are some major problems in the USC and between the administration and the students that need to be addressed?
That's definitely what Adam brought up, is obviously what they've been working towards, the conversations he started, and I know he's done a fantastic job with that. When we said there's just a few little things we'd like to improve, the points that we gave after about our platform, just to be totally frank, it rhymes. That's what we were going for. So that was just something that Jordan had worked on, and that's what came to it. I didn't give it that much detail.
Right. Okay.
Good point, though.
And you're the only candidate to specifically address campus safety in your platform.
Yeah.
Why is that important to you?
It's important. I live in Somerset Apartments. It's behind Elgin, and the parking lot there is something that I walk through every day and evening, and obviously we have late nights on campus. And I'm usually terrified to walk through that parking lot. I'll usually go the long way if I have to at night, just because I feel like there's more lights on Richmond. It's a little safer with more cars. The blue emergency lights that they have one right before you hit the parking lot, and then that's it. So if you're in the middle of the parking lot, I'm always wondering what happens. I mean, you're gonna assume most people have cell phones. You could call 911 if something does happen. But I think it was one personal. That was something important to address. Also, being a female, I think is another thing. I'm fairly tiny, so walking through campus late at night is something that I've been concerned about. I know people that live near me that have done the same walk are also concerned about it. So I feel like it's just something to address, and as easy as putting out a survey asking students, are there places on campus you feel uncomfortable being at night, or are there safety precautions that we should be taking?
And why would you say that you'd make a better president than any of your competitors?
I think the best thing to say is that I'm a very motivated individual. I think I've shown that throughout the previous campaigns that I've run. Working on social side council with an executive, being able to motivate your executive is I believe, it's the most important thing next to being able to support what they want to do. And I really think that's something that I can say is true to me, and something that I'm hoping to show over the next 2 weeks.
Right. And okay, this is the most important question, and probably the one that everyone's had on their minds since reading your platform.
Okay.
What's a yoga rave?
A yoga rave. So Lululemon did this yoga rave in Vancouver, and it's basically what I envision anyway, would be having yoga in the Mustang Lounge here. If you've been to any of the concerts in the Mustang Lounge, they do a pretty good job with lightings and sound systems. So I thought it'd be really neat before exams to have a yoga rave where students could come in, have yoga mats if they have any. I've also spoken to some of the yoga instructors at the Yoga Shack, feeling of being able to incorporate the other yoga studios in London, as well as even maybe Lululemon, to bring in that community feel, and really being able to just have a night where students can do yoga in the Mustang Lounge. They hand out glow sticks, just something fun right before exams that I think would be just a really fun experience to have, something that maybe will catch on if I get elected and it works out, that students could look forward to every exam period.
Cool. So, no actual raving?
No raving, no. That's a good point though. Just music playing in between yoga. They shut the lights off and they have glow sticks on, so it's just like a fun little de-stressor, I would say. No, nothing to do with raving, stereotypically anyway.
Cool.